Hello, Libra. It's umomgtarot, and this is your Who's Secretly Stalking. Who is secretly stalking our dear friends, the Libras? Why? What are you stalking me about? Now, this is saying stalking is pretty extreme, but they could just be, looking into lukewarm stalking. They could be just doing a little bit of, hey, what's going on there? Anywhere from that to obsessive, and please stop it. Please stop looking into me. But it could be super tame. So don't get too scared right off the bat. And I'm going to shuffle away at the astrology reading cards to figure out what kind of energy do they carry? Do they carry that Scorpio energy or Sag, or Cancer, which one? And we're gonna have a look at the tarot spread after that. So here we go. First card, Gemini. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. What was that? Did you hear that knock at the... Okay. So Gemini energy on the horizon from this person that seems to be stalking. So they're going to be in plain sight, this type of person. They're going to be talking about you, talking to you, talking in the vicinity. You'll know of them, you'll be aware, but maybe the subject matter is something that you don't know that they're talking about just yet. They're being persuasive, mischievous. This could mean they're like gossiping or fishing for information, or just trying to they have some like ulterior motive. Then we have Pisces, another mutable form, another sign that assumes its identity depending on where they are. The energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. So Pisces is very much a dreamer type Pokemon. They're looking at life through a spiritual lens. They're filled with compassion, thoughtfulness, and kindness. So even if they're being a little mischievous, they're using their intuition. They're using their spiritual intuition when it comes to this. So if they're stalking, they're doing those things where the folded arms of concern. Hey, have you heard from Mildred? Oh yeah. Is she doing okay? I hope she's doing okay. Actually, yeah, she's going through that divorce. Oh really? Oh my goodness. Bless her heart. And then they run back and they're like, oh my god, guess who's getting divorced? None of that. We don't want that type of energy. But that's definitely some Pisces, like Pisces, Gemini, the mutable type energy in combination with each other. So here's your third card. Oh, looks like we've got a little more compassion. We've got a lot of water. So this is emotional, spiritual type vibes. This person is sensitive. So we have an energy that is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. Which, okay, fine. Okay. It is okay. If you're sensitive and you're a stalker, let's hope you're not, one of those really sensitive ones that have a lot of fire in there, because that's, that wouldn't be cute, that wouldn't be conducive to peace. So we have a little bit of mischievousness. That could come from somebody who's a little bit, if they're sensitive, then they have to kind of like they have to safeguard their emotions through some maybe not straightforward tactics in order to get information, because they're sensitive themselves. So let's have a look at your tarot spread. I'm using the Golden Universal. Figure this person out, what they're doing, and what are you stalking me about? Oh, are you stalking me in a cute way or like a vicious way? Let's find out. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness, here we go. With the Two of Cups, I think you're the second reading recently to get Two of Cups at the beginning of your stalker reading. This person is feeling like they're connected to you. It could be family that is connected to you through this type of Two of Cups. Somebody that you care about so much. Somebody that cares about you so much. And there's a connection not only through current feelings, but time and space, history. So there's that. Somebody that you feel that zenful chi with at times, or you feel like, even if it's tumultuous, you feel like, oh, so deep, us two, this connection. Now, here comes the drama. We got the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is a feeling of abandonment, feeling shunned, feeling left in the cold. And that may be what's hovering over this connection, this relationship, this dynamic. So if this person is stalking you, it may stem from a lack of trust from a time that you left them before. They may be hyper protective, hyper like sensitive to any type of feeling of abandonment, rejection. So it might be uncomfortable as well, being that this is a numero 5 card, and you know, they're looking towards the relationship, and they're, you know, feeling like it's almost like having like a ride or die type of connection, and not wanting to be left in the cold is what they're looking for. So then we have a little bit of that Gemini energy with the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is, you know, they represent, again, more gossip. They really do. The Page of Swords, they're looking for information, they're fishing for information, and if there's any type of stalking and the swords are involved, it's almost like it's strategic, and it's not necessarily positive. It's more like I'm trying to know things, or I'm trying to get what I want, so I'm gonna incept thoughts this way or suggest things that way so that you say certain things. Feels a little calculated in the type of communication going down. So yeah, let's keep going before I jump to conclusions. Then we have the Judgment card, who is associated with Pluto, and Pluto is that bigger themed card. It's a bigger well, first of all, it's major arcana, so it is a bigger theme, but it's a card of evaluating your circumstances and what you're doing. Are you repeating certain cycles in life? So when we related to this reading, it feels like this person may be at a crossroads learning a lesson here, especially a lesson in gossip and addressing their abandonment issues as it relates to you, because this person feels like it matters. So in some relationships, it's like, maybe I'm so afraid of losing you that makes me realize how much I actually care about this connection. You know, eureka, aha. But also it just means like, are you going back to your old tactics by trying to manipulate people when you have this type of connection, or are you gonna kind of learn your lesson? You know, if you care about somebody and you're afraid of losing them, you would think that this person would be like, oh, let me be nicer and let me be, you know, more whatever. But if this person is being stalkerish because they're afraid they're going to lose you, then that could be a cycle or a pattern that they've repeated personally, and they just need a wake-up call. And they need a wake-up call, and that's the Judgment card. Well, let's have a look. Your last card is the Justice card in reverse. So a wake-up call, there's something unjust on the horizon, unfair. They need to see how it's unfair. Maybe that could be their lesson that they have to learn. They could do it the easy way, they could do it the hard way, because the Judgment card next to the Justice card, it's like, you're gonna learn this lesson, okay, and it's gonna either come hell or high water, okay, because it feels like the outcome will feel unfair if they don't learn their lesson, or if they don't figure this whole looking into you or invading your privacy, or, you know, just doing too much, talking too much, adding too much to conversations about you. Even if it comes from a place of emotions, even if it's because they're sensitive and need to talk, it may feel like they don't see how it's unfair, but they need to, you know, again, have that wake-up call when they're looking into things. Maybe it comes back to you, you know, because that is about cycles. But maybe the information comes back to you and they learned their lesson, that it's just not fair to do to you. Hopefully, you know, maybe this could be a meddling family member as well. We do have Cancer energy in the mix, and you know, maybe some family members doing too much gossip, looking into things because they don't want you to abandon them as you did with your last relationship. It could be that type of dynamic. We could have siblings as well, siblings, mother, family. Somebody who just is in love with you. They care about you so much, so they care to the point where they keep looking into you so they don't lose you, or you lose interest, or you fall away from them because of some relationship or connection that you have. And they don't see how it's unfair because you know, we're family. I can do whatever I can do whatever I want to you. I can look into things and you not get mad. We're family, you know. But it doesn't feel malicious. It feels like, I like you so much, I'm afraid to lose you. Maybe calming their fears could be a thing. Maybe if you haven't addressed that sort of thing, you have a partner that's been betrayed or cheated on, and they'll have some quirks to them. Maybe you haven't considered, or maybe they don't realize they have, and you're willing to work through it with them as long as they're willing to see how it's unfair. I feel like the outcome of that will definitely not go in their favor, so they won't be able to have you or have the situation continue amicably, because it isn't fair. There's something unfair about it, about them. Let's hope they're not just straight up going through your things. Let's hope it's not too manipulative, you know. But it seems like there's somebody that, you know, you have some explaining to do, because it's just, this ain't right what you did, looking into me. You know, I found out you asked too many questions. I need an apology up here if you really care about me. You know, I'm sorry, but maybe they feel justified. You know, they just don't want to. They have insecurities. How about that? You know, and that's a very, very water signish thing to come into other people's energy and when they're with them. So, you know, there it is. That's your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment. Oh, I'm so annoying right now. And if you'd like a personal reading, please check out the description. There's a link to my website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop, where I have all sorts of deliciously scented candles. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.